on the 1st of April, the sunrise is happening right now, and it's a rare astronomical phenomenon that only happens once every 670 years. A solar occipital rotation where the sun appears to rise in each of the 4 directions. And I'm going to rush around now. So here we are standing east. So here I am now looking to the north. So behind me you can see the southern skies. Now we are looking to the west. It's a great point where I am at the moment because I've got all 4 directions where the sunrise is visible, were it not for the clouds. The solar occipital rotation. It's the 2nd of April. It's quite upsetting to find this fishing tackle on the street because the foxes scavenge here, and it's got this big hook that could be a danger to wildlife, could be a danger to anybody really. Saw foxes down here just now. I find it really distressing to find a creature alive like this and suffering. It's obviously not going to make it. It's been caught by somebody fishing who's just discarded it because dogfish are seen as throwaway pests. They're not a good catch. I'm going to try and put it back in the sea to give it a chance in case it can recover, because I can't face killing it. And this one could have been here all night like this, but I'm going to return it to the sea, return it home. Hopefully it will be in peace soon. It's the 3rd of April and I've come up to Beacon Hill. I've been walking through the dawn, had to drive here. When I checked this morning, the forecast was completely clear skies, but now I'm here, there's actually quite a lot of cloud. There's a frost up here as well. I'm back to the experience of having icy cold, painful hands again. The young nettles covered in a layering of ice. Time to start gathering them soon for soup. It's the time of the sunrise now. That's what I should have done, camped up here. There it is. Wow, it's stunning to be up here. The sun's about to disappear into that cloud now. It's so peaceful up here. It's just sheep and the call of pheasants, other birds. And Pippa eating sheep poo for breakfast. The sheep seem quite interested, quite curious, wondering who these sunrise visitors are to their field. Hello, little ones. We're not going to interrupt you too much. So it's great to see the wild camper. He was out having his cup of tea when I walked back. Just saw someone else pass me, hugging their mug of tea. It's good. I love to see people out enjoying nature. So me and Pip are going to head back now, get a little bit warmed up in the car because it is very cold out here and icy. And I brought the duvet, so we're going to have maybe just a little bit of a nap. We've set up camp now, we're getting warmer back in the car, having our breakfast. Making yourself comfortable, Pip? Yeah, it's all good. It's another frosty morning. I think I might have picked the wrong place to go today. It's Farlington Marshes, but it's the whole ground is a marsh, which should have been quite obvious to me, I suppose. I thought there was a path through here, but actually when there's been rain, it just soaks it in and holds it. Everywhere's like a river that I'm walking through at the moment. Little streams. The sound of the birds is competing with the traffic, which seems particularly loud today. Remembering the silence during the pandemic, silence on the roads was beautiful. There's a lot about AI at the moment, images created by artificial intelligence. I think what it's always going to lack is the relationship that is in art that makes art special. The relationship between a human eye, a human perception, a human relationship that creates something that has part of themselves in it and part of what they're viewing, part of what they're imagining. It's not just colours on a palette. I think that's what we connect with when we connect with art. We can appreciate beauty even if it's created by artificial intelligence. We can appreciate cleverness. But what we don't get is the connection and the relationship and the humanity and the soul, which we will always be looking for, I think. I think we'll always be needing that. That's what brings us out from behind the computer, from behind the phone. That's what connects us to the world. And maybe one day the AI will be so good, it will be so accurate, it will be so convincing that we won't be able to tell the difference. We won't know if we're marrying an artificial intelligence or marrying a living human being, that we will have lost our recognition of what it is to be human. And if that happens, we will have lost to the fake, we'll have lost our nature, our soul. I'm trusting in the people that want to stay human, that want to stay alive, that want to be nature and not a microchip. I'm trusting in them, I'm trusting in the stories of us, the living stories. Just early morning thoughts as I stumble through the marshes, meandering in my thoughts. Well, it's the 5th of April and I've come to the same location where the fog was, if you remember the foggy days where we couldn't see a single thing. And this is what it looks like when the sun is rising on the most spectacular morning of sunrise. Can you believe this sky? It is just amazing. It is my very favourite kind of sky when the clouds are like this and the colours just filter through in such a wide variety of colours. It just is moving. It does, you can feel it in your heart. A morning like this kind of sunrise, you just can't be having anything in your head apart from the wonder in front of you. What a total gift to be alive on a morning like this. What a gift. It's the 6th of April today, and sometimes when there's been a really dramatic sky, I like to go back to the same place just to show the contrast of it, and it's a big contrast today with yesterday. Sunrise happening now, how different is that from all the pinks and oranges and golds of yesterday? Here at Eastney, where I've just stopped on the way back, close to where I was, this is what the sky looks like where the sun was rising. And you can see up the top there how high the sun must have risen. But look at that dark, cloudy sky, wow. Just spotted my first bluebell of the year, just by the edge of the path. It's the 7th of April, I've got a full moon, and I've got an amazing sunrise. Just pure gold. It's one of those pure sunrises with not a cloud in the sky. Love this golden hour, even walking with your back to the sun, it's beautiful. And there's the rising sun in South Parade Pier. Brilliant, a whole load of people going for a morning swim. Actually feels really warm out here in the sun. I bet the water's still cold though. Yeah, very tired, very cold. We've had stars, clear skies all night. Just at the time of the pre-sunrise moment, a deep fog has descended. Suddenly out of the mist, sun is rising. We've had a wonderful experience this morning out of the mist coming up the hill. We've met Irene, who gave us the opportunity to join her.
Was looking forward to the quiet time just on my own and meet these wonderful people who shared the silence with me and the prayer, and it's been very, very meaningful today.
It's April the 9th and the sun is rising on Easter Day. I'm here with my Easter bonnet to celebrate the new life, the new light, whatever that means to us. For me it means the springtime and the new life emerging from the earth. After our practice yesterday of standing in meditation for 20 minutes at sunrise, I feel like that's a really good thing to continue when I can. It's April the 10th, I'm at Milton Common, it's raining, I'm having to watch a bit carefully where I walk because there are worms everywhere. I couldn't get Pippa to come and share it with me because she took one look out of the window, saw the rain and stayed in bed. So I'm here on my own to celebrate 100 sunrises. What a journey. I've celebrated the 100th sunrise by doing a little beach litter pick, so many plastic along the beach, and I've been rewarded for it with a new pair of kitchen scissors. Look at that. It's the 11th of April and I'm at Langstone in the dawn. I've got about 10 minutes until sunrise, but the sky is beautiful pastel colours. The 12th of April and I'm at South Parade Pier. A bit bleary-eyed, had a very late night, didn't get to bed till 12. It's going to be a week of midnight bedtimes because of work at the moment, so this week's going to be a bit tough. There, the sun is rising just through those clouds now. I thought I might not see it through the cloud this morning. There it is, and I'm watching it now also in the reflections of the pier. So it's April the 13th and I'm sneaking out of my parents' house at 5:30. Hey, listen to the birds. I'm rushing out now into the countryside to meet with Steve. Morning, Steve.
Morning, Pam.
So we're walking up a steep hill called Broadhalfpenny Down near Clanfield. This one's a little bit of an experiment because I'm not sure that we'll be able to see the sun. I'm hoping we will, but I've never been to this one before. Walking towards the summit of Broadhalfpenny Down. It's a lovely little clump of trees. It's only a little summit. There's a lovely seat up here. We can actually sit and watch the sunrise. We're going to be waiting a while longer for it to come above those clouds. So we've discovered it's a perfect little sunrise spot up here. So we're going to be returning up here, or I am. I don't know whether you're up for it.
Maybe not this year.
The 14th of April and I'm on Milton Common, quite bleary-eyed because another late night at work. All this week I'm not getting to bed before midnight, so getting up at 5:30. It's a cloudy one, but I think it might pop out later, but probably long after I've gone. Going to collect the bins. It's the 15th of April and I'm thinking about a week ago when I was holding the silence for 20 minutes with Irene, David and Steve up on St Catherine's Hill. Yeah, that experience was so special. It's still with me. I can still feel it. And I'm thinking that I'm going to hold a 20-minute silence here alone with the birds. Here's the sunrise. I've got swan with me and seagulls and crows. I'm going to set a bell on my phone for 20 minutes time.
Couldn't be a better morning for a paddleboard or a swim in the pink waters. So still and so incredibly stunning. Everyone's filming the sunrise. It's just incredible this morning. It's a bit speechless when it's like this. Such deep colours, it's just washing the whole of the sea with it. And here comes the sun. Everyone's filming the sunrise, even the swimmers. Possibly that was the most spectacular sight of the entire year so far. Camera can't quite pick up the colours of the rising sun. Sun itself, it's just a radiant red. And I've just been joined by my friend Gail. Always good to get joined by somebody who brings tea. Thank you, Gail. Cheers. I'm at Eastney on the 17th of April and it's very quiet down here. There's the occasional runner, there's lots of lights of boats and the street lights being quite reluctant to go out today. They're all still on and it's sunrise time. And there's the sunrise, very soft gradient in the sky. Probably a little bit hungover, that sky, from yesterday's extravagance. They're going out now, but there's the odd stubborn ones hanging on. It's the 18th of April and I'm at Arlington Reservoir. The sun's rising now behind those clouds. You can see the pinks of it in the sky. And I'm seeing ducks and swallows and a heron earlier. So I've come up to Firle Beacon and it's very foggy and I'm not exactly sure even which way I go from here. It's not clear. Okay, so I'm getting onto the South Downs Way. I really thought I would just pretty much be here, but no. It's quite a long walk and I'm already tired. That hill in the distance is where we're heading and we have about 8 minutes to get there. So we're passing long barrows here, ancient earthworks. Just in the foreground here we've got the Neolithic barrow, which would have been used for burial or ceremonial use. You can hear the skylarks. I just spotted the sun rising. Here we are at the top of Firle Beacon, watching the sunrise out of the fog. We don't have the view, but we have the amazing sun. It looks yellow on film or white, but it's a deep, radiant red. Just see the land very faintly. We're a long way up. That brief glowing ember this morning would be unimaginable, probably to anyone just getting up now and looking out of their window at the deep grey fog. Just showed itself for a brief time, just for those who were up at about 10 to 6 to watch it. It's 5:30 on the 20th of April. Got up really early this morning because it's a really clear sky and I've come to Up and Over, High and Over, which was a really high hill. Not quite sure where I have to go. Got the blackthorn all along here, just the white blossoms everywhere. Still about 20 minutes until the sun rises. So it's very, very windy. It's a cold north wind. It's a fantastic viewpoint up here. You can see the winding of the Cuckmere River. And also, I'm standing literally right above the Litlington White Horse on the hillside here. It's been here at least 100 years. And it's believed that the original White Horse was here from the 17th century. So it's sunrise in 5 minutes' time. Somehow I missed the gradient of that hill. I am freezing here, so I'm not quite sure how long I can wait for it to rise above that. Been stood here since 5:30. It's good, it's good. Wow, I never would have dreamed I would be up on a hill at 5:30 and doing this every day. There. The sunrise above the Cuckmere Valley, the Cuckmere River. It's the 21st of April and it's a cold, cold dawn. I got here a bit too early. I wanted to be near the water because I'm thinking about 22 years ago in this moment. I was laying in a birthing pool in my house in Penzance in the later stages of labour with my son, breathing deeply. I remember the golden light streaming through the window, and I remember thinking of all the ancestors, all the lines and lines and lines of women behind me who had ever birthed, and I remember drawing strength from that. And so yes, it's always a special moment, these hours in the early morning, in the dawn, and here is the sun appearing in a gap 20 minutes after the sunrise. It's the 22nd of April and I'm at Farlington Marshes, and it's Earth Day, so I think the least I can do is a dawn litter clean. I once found a family of little mice trapped in a bottle that had died in there, not being able to get out. Always want to collect bottles. And the sun is rising now, somewhere between that cloud. It's the 23rd of April on Milton Common, and we're about 2 minutes off from the sunrise. Suddenly gulls everywhere. The sun is just coming through that little crack now, so far round to the north. So back at the beginning of the year, the sun was rising here, and that is how far it's moved round. I need this house. I could literally watch the sunrise from my balcony every morning. It's the 25th of April. The sky's looking beautiful. It's one of those days when I didn't get much sleep last night, and I've got work in a couple of hours, less than that, and a job interview. A lot happening today. Really wanted to stay in bed, but now I'm here. It's an incredible moment. I'm here at sunrise on the 26th of April. A bit different to the gold that we had yesterday. Today is going to be a bit of a tough day. I barely slept last night because I was going over and over in my mind all the things that I should have said and didn't in a job interview I had yesterday. Really wanted it. Yeah, so the gloomy skies are kind of matching my gloomy mood. Actually, I'm going to do a job success manifestation dance right now.
I'm not coming down, I'm not giving up. Oh, don't rush me. I made up my mind, going straight to the top.
It's the 27th of April. It was very cloudy when I got up. Didn't think I was going to see anything. Again, a stunning surprise when I arrived. Rewarded for getting up early after not much sleep again. Late night at work, waking up at 4, becoming a habit. So yeah, it was nice to see this morning. It's 5:10. Just listen to that. I'm looking up at the hill I'll be climbing this morning. See the fog on the top of it. Here my walk begins with gold, with the field of rapeseed. Across the stile up this hill. Hello, little one. Good morning. It's quite a wet climb, refreshing. It's really misty down there in the valley. A little sunrise hiking tip is to have a glass of water when you wake up, or at least bring some water with you. I'm feeling quite dehydrated walking up this hill, and although it's really moist in the air, I can't really drink it very easily. You have to be a little bit careful where you're stepping because of the wildlife. Here we are reaching the little round wood. Behind that deep fog out there is a golden, fiery ball of life, life-giving energy to our planet, giving us this daylight. Whatever the weather, it's refreshing. to be standing on a hill in the dawn, resting my eyes on the horizon all around, which is usually incredible views from up here, all over the surrounding countryside. And now my eyes are just resting in the softness. I like it. I like fog. Maybe not if I was lost in the middle of Dartmoor. Breakfast, wild garlic, Jack in the hedge. Forget bagels. This is where it's at. It's the 29th of April and extra exciting this morning because we've got Amanda with us. And Steve.
Yeah.
That's not so exciting. And we're on Chalton Down. So we're on top of the hill now and it's 20 minutes before the sunrise. You glad to be here?
Pardon?
How many sunrises have you seen?
None. This is my very first one that I know of.
Brilliant.
Wow, that is amazing.
It's the 30th of April and I'm in Catherington. It's quite misty, very foggy actually in the distance. Lovely colours in the skies. This is what the sky looks like 6 minutes before the sunrise. Though from where I'm standing it may take a bit longer to get over that hill. And again I'm stunned at how far the sun's moved around because it looks like this is the point where I'm going to be able to watch it from. And before, in Catherington, it was right round behind the trees. Just appearing over the hill now. Deep, bright red. I love it when it's through the mist. That's it, it's too bright for me to look at now. Hello, gorgeous. You feeling that golden light? Hello, little one. You are so beautiful.